So I've just come out. It's about 11:30 on Sunday. Should have a little bit cooler temps today. I've been working with Isabelle a lot with the carrot stick this last week, and she's pretty good from her right side. Still very protective of the left. But I just picked up her poop, and Max set up here. He hasn't been out really at all, so just a little added stress with the additional person. But thought we'd just do a little bit of work so you can see with the carrot stick. I ordered some rope, and that's coming hopefully Monday. I think I ordered a 25-foot line with a ring on it. So that'll be the next step that I do. But I'm just going to see where she's at and do a little work with her with the carrot stick. So just going to do a little rhythm to start. This is what she's used to. That way she knows that it's not at her. And then she knows when I do like 3 of these, 4 of these, see, she's a little stressed. I'm going to go ahead and come forward. And then I just stay with her. Do a lot of tossing, a lot of taking it back. She's more reactive. I think she's more reactive just because Mac's out here. But we got to get these guys to where they can deal with life. So it's just part of it. It's all right, Mama. Yeah, good girl. I'm going to walk away because she turned and gave me 2 eyes. I'll take some pressure off of her and get her to turn. Good girl. Then I'll just be still for a little bit. You kind of find these guys they'll kind of pick a sweet spot. This is her spot over here. I'm gonna tell her again, the rope's coming. It doesn't mean anything. She knows that that's not, I'm not asking her to move. I'm just letting her know that it's coming. Good. When I first started, boy, if that rope hit that metal, she would panic so bad. I'm going to let it drop and see if she'll snip it. Good girl. I'm going to get her to turn. We've had the swamp flies come back. They were gone for a little bit. We've been super dry. Everything's just toast. So I'm surprised that they are back. So I'm going to go back to some rhythm. I'm going to go ahead and push her bubble a little extra right now, instead of doing the exact same thing for so long each day. I'm going to go ahead and swing this over the top of her like it's a lasso, and she may panic when it comes over that left eye. I did this some with her yesterday. Good. Now I'm going to come back up on the wither, and I'm going to just rub on her. Good girl. Try to bounce that rope around a little bit. I'm going to ask that hind end to move. There we go. I don't want to get myself in a dangerous position. Tell her again it's coming. Nice and gentle. The tree caught me, and we'll ease it on down. I'm going to come up her with her. I feel like that's an okay thing for me to do gently at this point because she knows it's not going to hurt her. And I don't need a horse that kicks. She's got me in that left eye now, which is nice. So I'm going to be still. Ace, I wouldn't recommend coming in, buddy. Just the fact that she's got me in her left is enough pressure right now. I'm not going to toss a rope at her. Good girl. So once again, this is not a 3-day to touch horse. What's today? The 21st of September. And we picked her up July 19th. So if you've got one like this, don't be disheartened. Just do what you need to do. Take the time. I'm reading Horse Brain, Human Brain right now. That's a pretty good book. I've spent a lot of time sitting out here with her reading books. I think Mac put some of that on video. I probably got about that many more to add to show again. He wants. Hey, stay out, buddy. Good. Okay, I'm actually going to ask her to turn. I'd like to go ahead and go back to the rope work. And I'm not worried about her turning her butt into me right now. We'll take care of that later on when she is braver and trusts me more. I don't think right now is the time to take care of that. So right here, I'm just telling her that rope's going to be coming in just a second. And she knows it because we've done this plenty of times. Gentle rope. I probably would have been better to take that popper off the end. But you got to have control of that rope and not pop them or, sting them with the end of it. Good girl. You want to sniff it again?
Ace. Okay, I'll pick you up.
Okay, now I'm just going to let it come off her back end real slow here. She may kick. Hopefully not, because we did quite a bit of this yesterday. Good girl. Be careful with your rope, but not, with your stick and string, but not too careful. Because you can make them more sensitive. See how that's wrapping? Now, just the fact that she tucked her head and could see that out of that other eye, that's a big improvement. Good girl. Good. She's licking and chewing. She's getting more understanding that I don't mean to hurt her or cause her harm. Okay, I'm going to tell her I'm coming again. That was a good recovery, though. She thought about blowing up and she didn't do it because that rope touched her face. when we first started that made her come unglued. That's what I'm talking about, not worrying about being so careful with your rope. Maybe the first day, but they gotta be okay with it everywhere. Yeah, I know it hit your water bucket. I know. Yeah. I wish that wouldn't have been so hard. That was too much on that popper. Good recovery. You're spooking yourself now. You're okay. Can we turn the hip out of my way? She's got it ready to fire. There we go. Now, let's sniff it. I didn't get it very close. And with her, I don't push into her. If anything, when she goes to sniff, I'll pull it away the tiniest little bit and just put a little draw on it. She's not a very curious horse at all. I do think she's one that will have a lot of try. But as far as natural innate curiosity, wow, that was good. I expected to get a kick out of that. She is not a curious girl. And that gets you a long ways with one if they are. I'm just getting her to unstick her feet there because I don't like that hind end towards me so much. Touched her face again. Now let's move that hind end out of the way again. I'm going to push her around with my body. She gives the slightest cant with that hip, but it's a little bit of a threat. She doesn't want to do it, but she's just still in self-protection. Now I'm going to rub on her a little bit here. Yesterday, she was kind of reactive through her mane and her chest, whereas the days previous, I had been able to rub on her really easily. I'm going to try to rub on that chest a little bit. Good girl. I'm going to come off and come back up. I need to find a good spot here in a second to take some pressure off. Good girl. I'll just hang out for a minute. Just get it. Turn that hip. There we go. She's licking and chewing. So, still minor improvements, but they are improvements. So, first couple of days, that face was tight, nostrils were tight. And see, I didn't let her know I was coming that time. So I'm kind of taking that out here and there, especially if we've been working. Good recovery. Good. Good girl. Lots of blinking right now. Good girl. I was telling Mac when we were walking out here, I got to remember she's just 2 and not try to overdo her on the timeline, but sometimes it just takes a bit. See how that hip just turned into me? I don't like that. There we go. There we go. Let's try a touch. Good girl. Anyway, I was saying I got to remember she's just 2 and to maybe not work her too long at a time. Okay, I'm going to tell her it's coming because she just seems a little tight in the body. Good recovery. Good. Okay, let's get a little mane action in there. Yeah, let's get a little mane action in there. Now, I don't really know what happened right there. Was that seeing the stick out of the left eye? Let's push that hip away. There we go. And I'm not going to do anything in that corner again. Let's go to this corner. Nope. I'll hang out on the left here for a little bit. No stick action. And probably what I'll do as soon as I can get this energy back down is I'll go ahead and be done with this session. That's something to keep in mind. You got to be able to help them learn to regulate. You don't want to bring it up, but if you do, don't quit there. Get it brought back down and find a good spot to quit on. And I'm letting that rope drag on purpose. That's just something else she can get used to and not be panicky about. Now I'm going to ask for that other side again. Really? Okay. All right. Here comes your string. And she knows when she steps on it. Sometimes she steps on it and she looks at me like, I stepped on it. I'm like, yeah, I know you stepped on it. It's all right. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, I'm going to tell her I'm coming again. See that hip? She's good at canting that hip, so maybe you just need a little rhythm here. I'd really like to rub that shoulder today. Good girl. So I'm still just trying to kind of recover what I had 2 days ago. I was able to go all the way up to her pole without a problem. And of course, we have a horsefly, one of those big swamp flies that has just come up harassing her. And those things, they hurt. Let me rub your shoulder. There you go. I'm just looking for a good spot to quit right now. I wanted to be able to touch her shoulder, rub her mane some without that reaction. Because I was being able to. Not yesterday, but the day before. I could go all the way to pole without a problem, and I could rub her chest without a problem. And then yesterday she decided that was not cool. So good. Good girl. Now I've got to not be too greedy right now. Good. So that was half a mane. I'll take that. We'll rub. Let's see if we can get a sniff or a touch without drama? Good girl. I'm going to ask that hip to move on over. I'm just going to stand here for a while. And we're going to end because that fly. I'm so sorry, Isabelle. And there's no spray I can put on her that will matter for those swamp flies. They hunt by sight. So good girl. I'm gonna ask her hip to move again. Good. Okay, you can see her energies come back down. She softened some, and I'm going to let her be. That's enough for today. Now I'll come back in the evening, like 3:30, between 3:30 and 5:30, and I'll work with her again somewhere in there in that time because at that time of day this tree casts some real nice shade. So she'll get a second session today, and we'll just continue to work on that. So slow progress, but progress. So don't be disheartened if you're having a long, slow journey like we are. Okay, just hang in there and just be wherever the horse needs you to be. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.